Alright guys, here's a deck list as promised for the last video. First, one Buster Blader, the Destruction Sword Master. He doesn't have the same effect as the OG Buster Blader, but he's still a Buster Blader in the field and in the graveyard, so you can use it to fusion summon or whatever you want to do. 3 OG Buster Bladers, 3 Buster Whelp, that's a Searcher. You could tribute him to special summon a Buster Blader from your hand or the field, and you could also search the destruction card with when he's normal summon. 3 Dragon Buster. You could equip this card to Buster Blader from your hand or field, and your opponent will get no access to the extra deck. Now, I usually use it to equip it from my hand and equip it to synchro summon with Buster Blader. And this guy right here, that's a level 8 synchro. You could bring out your Buster Dragon and then bring out a Buster Blader from the graveyard. What's a Buster? You can equip this guy to Buster Blader, unequip it, and add a Destruction Sword monster from the graveyard to your hand. Flame Guard. This guy has 2000 defense. You have a deck full of tuners, your opponent will not be expecting that, and you could also use it to discard him for card of consonants. 2 Battle Faders. That's your number one, your level 1 stopper right there. When somebody's gonna send a direct attack, special summoning, and the battle phase, next turn you link him for Karibo, and then you start going off right there. You start going off on all your links. 1 Emblem of the Dragon Destroyer. Add 1 Buster Blader to your hand. I only have 1 of these cards in this deck because most of the time you want to see Buster Blader in your graveyard or in your deck. You don't want to see him in your hand too much. Destruction Swordman Fusion. Only 2. Because this card you could always recycle it from your graveyard and add it to your hand by discarding 1 card. It doesn't have to be a destruction card, it could be any card. And it's like a super polymerization. You could use monsters in your opponent field and your hand or your field to fusion. 2 cards of consonants. This deck is full of level 1 tuners, dragons, so you could use it for your drawer. Where Arf though. If you control level 1, you can add a level 1 to your hand. This card is really dope. 2 Diffusion. If your opponent is targeting your monster with a trap or magic card or monster effect, you could diffusion your monster, and if you have the materials in the graveyard, you could special summon the monster, so your opponent will be missing that target. 1 for 1. Discard 1 monster, special summon a level 1 from your deck or hand. Scapegoat. You could go off on links with this right here. It's like having 4 monsters. 1 Mystical Space Typhoon. 1 Twin Twister. 2 Call by the Grave. You guys need Call by the Grave in this deck, or any deck for the matter, because there's a lot of hand traps out there. 1 Ryaki is a lifesaver. Believe me when I say it. Ryaki is a lifesaver. 1 Monster Reborn. You gotta have Monster Reborn in this deck, because if you have your fusion, you could revive your dragon, Buster Dragon, and all your opponent monsters will be dragons. So you could you can flip piercing damage, and your fusion will be gaining 1,000 attack for each dragon on your own, which for each monster in your opponent field, because they become dragon. 1 Destruction Sword Flash. If you control Buster Blader Fusion, you activate this card. It will banish all your opponent monsters. Also, if you have it in the graveyard and 1 Buster Blader monster is being targeted, you can use this card, banish it, negate the effect, and destroy that card. Destruction Sword Memories. Discard 1 Destruction Sword card and special summon a Buster Blader from the deck. Or you could banish it and banish a Buster Blader and a dragon monster from your graveyard, and you can special summon your fusion monster. Prologue of the Destruction Swordman. This is the freaking heart of the deck right here, because you could discard 2 cards of Buster Blader and this trap Destruction Sword Memories to special summon your Buster Dragon, Then you also could banish this card, the store memories and the boss blade that you used through to the graveyard because of this card, to have your boss dragon and your boss fusion. That would be a lock right there. That's a lock. At the end of the video, I'm gonna have a little clip showing you guys what the lag is of boss blade fusion and the boss dragon. It's a lag. Like when you have those two on the field, your opponent cannot do anything. It's a lag. That's it. The game is over. One solemn warning: when a monster will be summoned or when a spell trap card or monster effect is activated that includes an effect that special summon a monster, pay 2,000 life point, negate the summoning or activation, and if you do, destroy it. Broken line: when a spell trap card or monster effect is activated in this card's column or this card is set, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. So what I usually do is, if I link summon on the right side, I place this card on the left side, right on the column of the other link summon. For when my opponent summons a link monster and they activate the effect, I can use this card, negate it, and destroy it. Wabuku. I know it's an old card, it's an old trap card, nobody uses it anymore, but to me this card is freaking amazing. You take no battle damage from your opponent's monster this turn. Your monsters cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. So you don't have to use it during the battle phase. You can use it whenever on your opponent's turn, So that's a lifesaver. For the extra deck, 2 Bossa Dragon, 1 Boy Ugly Dragon. This guy is right here is nice. If you have it on the field and you don't have any cards in your hand, you could negate a spell trap card and destroy it. Stardust Dragon. If your opponent is going to destroy your monsters, you could banish him, negate and the activation, and then at the end of the turn, you could summon it back into the field. This guy right here, Scarlight, the red dragon Archfield. While it is on the field or in the graveyard, alright, once per turn you can destroy as many special summon effect monsters on the field as possible with attack less than or equal to these cards. Then inflict 500 damage to your opponents for each monster destroyed. And he has 3,000 attack. So this is amazing. Then we have Link Horibo for our level 1s. We have a whole bunch of level 1s. Pentest stack for two effect monsters. 2 monsters with the same type. This card I usually use it when I'm like stuck, with a monster or with a trap. When you link summon the card the card this link monster points to, you can return it back to the hand. So that right there helps sometimes. Passy Dragon, 2 monsters. Land, 2 monsters. He's pointing he's pointing down to the 2 sides. So you can summon your dragon and your fusion at the same time. This is what I usually use him for. Then we got Digital Talker and Topological Bomber Dragon. My side deck, I'm just, I'm testing it out right now. I don't know what I'm going to use right here, but this is the deck, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. I'm going to leave a little click of the Buster Lag, the combo. Subscribe, give me a like. It will be gladly appreciated. Thank you.